From the KATC Weather Lab, here's Eric's forecast.
What an absolutely fantastic weekend across Acadiana. The weather could not be more perfect. Temperatures in the mid-80s, plenty of sunshine. Hopefully you got out there and were able to enjoy it the past couple of days. But for our friends and neighbors over in Florida, a different story as Hurricane Irma caused widespread destruction across the state and is continuing as we now push into the evening hours. So let's take a look at the radars across Florida, and you can see the heavy rains continuing to hammer the northern portion of the state from Tampa up to the Daytona Beach area, and now even making its way up into Jackson and the southern portions of Georgia and South Carolina with those heavy tropical rain bands. And you can see the very strong rain causing some flash flooding concerns up and down the state of Florida. Also dealing with those hurricane force winds. As you can see, the eye of the hurricane now riding up right through the western half of the peninsula and continuing to make its way up to the north at about 15 to 16 miles per hour. But taking a closer look at this, we can see some good news as the eye is beginning to weaken a little bit and not be as well defined as it was earlier when it made landfall down towards the Naples and Fort Myers area, as it has been a little bit more overland. That's kind of weakened it some. Also starting to see a little bit of some drier air infused on the backside of this system, eating away at some of the rain bands. And so you can see things are beginning to weaken, but still around 100 miles per hour. And we'll take a look at some of those winds that we have up there. As you can see, Fort Meade still dealing with winds up to around 88 to 90 miles per hour, right where the center of the hurricane is. Over towards Tampa, they're up to about 67 miles per hour. So some very gusty winds, still a tropical storm force in those areas, and even down towards Sarasota, they're still getting some winds up around 64, 65 miles per hour. And it's on this backside now that's where we're really starting to see the storm surge become an issue back through the Sarasota issue. And then as we go up into Tampa, once the eye continues to move up to the north, it's once you get that wraparound flow coming off the Gulf and pushing that water up in across the shore that we could see anywhere from 10 to 15 feet of storm surge, which is going to inundate a large portion of those cities and could cause some massive flooding on top of the heavy rains that a large portion of the state has already been seen. But big picture, you can see just how massive Irma continues to be even at this late hour, extending, as I mentioned, up into Georgia and making its way into South Carolina. But you do see some of that drier air that we've been dealing with is getting infused on the backside and eating away a little bit of Irma. That's helping to weaken her as we now push later into the night, and should continue as we go through the overnight hours. But you can still see pretty much a defined eye now just to the east of Tampa, and is continuing to make its way up to the north, as we can see here now at 14 miles per hour. A Category 2 storm with 100-mile-an-hour sustained winds, gusts up to 120, but that should continue the weekend as it moves up to the north, becoming about a Category 1 hurricane, low-level Category 1 hurricane at that by tomorrow morning around 8 o'clock, winds at 75 miles per hour, then weakening to a tropical storm as it heads up into Georgia by tomorrow afternoon and into the evening, and then becoming a tropical depression as we head into Tuesday morning as it starts to push into northern Alabama. And then as we go into Tuesday and into Wednesday, should weaken into just a post-tropical cyclone as we head towards Wednesday, as it makes its way through the Tennessee and then up into the Ohio Valley. And a lot of it should begin to weaken as we head towards the middle part of the week. So here's our model kind of showing what we got through the rest of this evening. You can see making its way through Tampa. The heaviest rains continuing to be on the north and eastern side. That's where they could deal with some of that severe weather with some spin-up tornadoes as well, back through the Jacksonville area through the overnight hours, and then up towards Savannah by tomorrow morning. But you can see some very heavy rain still expected for the northern half of the state of Florida and then up into Georgia as we go throughout tomorrow afternoon. And then as we push into the evening, still could be dealing with tropical storm force winds across a large portion of Georgia. So they could also be dealing with widespread power outages as we go throughout our Monday, as we already have most of Florida without power thanks to the damaging winds that they have been dealing with all day long. And then as we push later into our Tuesday, you can see the storm beginning to weaken then as it moves up into North Alabama, and then as it pushes up into Tennessee, really beginning to fall apart as we go into Tuesday afternoon. And then as we go into our Wednesday, that's when we'll maybe start to see a little bit of the wraparound effect, bringing us some cloud cover. But I do expect us to continue to remain dry, as you can see a large bit of the moisture beginning to fall apart as that system continues to make its way up into the Ohio Valley by Wednesday afternoon. But you do see a little bit of that cloud cover making its way in, so we might have only just partly sunny skies as we go throughout Wednesday afternoon. But that's about all we're going to really feel of the effects of Irma, other than just a little bit of a northerly flow as we go throughout the coming days. So as I mentioned, flash flooding with the system still going to be an issue, as we can see anywhere from 5 to 7 inches of rain possible across the northern portion of the state of Florida and up into much of Georgia as this system continues to make its way through. So not only are they dealing with the dangerous wind gusts, but still very heavy rains embedded in there as well. And as I mentioned, storm storm surge is still an issue for portions of the state of Florida. Miami saw close to 3 to 5 feet of water and flood many of the cities, but it's more the western portion of the state that's going to deal with it. Naples up to Fort Myers, anywhere from 10 to 15 feet over the last several hours. A strong storm surge making its way in across a large portion of the city. The good news is, with the storm weakening some, not looking nearly as high for the Tampa area, only around 3 to 5 feet, but that's still enough to cause widespread flooding across a large portion of the state, where especially right there along the Gulf Coast, as a lot of it is very flat. So we also have Hurricane Jose up to 115, so it is weakening a little bit. It's not going to really be a concern as we go through the coming days, more or less just doing a loop over the open waters and weakening some. But as we head towards next weekend, as you can see, it kind of bends back, could become an issue for the east coast of the America. So that's something we're going to head to watch as we go in the coming days. But right now, all still worrying about Irma as it makes its way through Florida and then up into Georgia. Tonight, temperatures falling into the lower 60s, another pleasant start to our Monday. And then as we go throughout the afternoon, thanks to a little bit of a northerly breeze, temperatures stay in the 70s through lunchtime and then briefly get into the lower 80s by tomorrow afternoon. Looking to be another picture-perfect day. Pleasant evening out there. Temperatures falling into the lower 60s. Another nice night to open up the windows and let some of that fresh air in. Tomorrow, more of the same. Sunny skies, northerly breeze, a high around 84 degrees. And then as we go through Tuesday, looking nice. Wednesday, the clouds start to return and maybe a slight chance for a shower, but you do see the temperatures starting to warm back up into the lower 90s by Friday and starting to feel like summer again by the weekend. Temperatures lower 90s, humidity returning as well with about a 10 to 20% chance for a few stray showers.
Thanks, Eric.